That sounds as dumb as what I watched a little bit before you got here. Because I was flipping through channels. There was nothing on Netflix or YouTube I want to watch. I'm flipping through channels. And I stop. I don't know why it makes me stop, but it says Cajun Pawn Stars or some shit like that, right?
Cajun Pawn Stars.
Yeah, or Louisiana Pawn Stars.
Something. Yeah. It's a pawn episode.
A pawn show. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I don't know why I started watching. And this guy was like, well, I'll give you 2,000 for it. And the guy's like, oh, Mom, I want 3,000. That's all I want, 3,000. And the guy goes, okay, you know what? I'll give you 3,000 for it. He goes, oh, no, 3,500. It's better. I need another 500. Oh. I'm like, you already said you're good with 3.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucking scumbag. And it was the guy who's selling it to the pawn shop. So the pawn shop's offering $2,000.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I can give you $2,250. He's like, oh, it's a deal. I'm like, this is dumb as fuck. I'm like, what am I watching? And then this fucking chick walks in with this old ass. Because at first they're like, this guy's like, yeah, me and my gun expert and so are going to go to this guy's house. And he's got a Ruger from World War One. So then it cuts back to the store. This girl walks in with, she has a medical kit from World War One. I'm like, what is this? A fucking World War fucking thing?
This is a World War episode of Louisiana Pawn Stars.
It was the dumbest thing I ever watched in my life. So I ended up once because I was like, well, I wonder if they're gonna buy that Ruger, right? So they get there and the guy shows them the gun, and they're like, "Where'd you get this?" He goes, "Well, my grandfather brought it home from World War II, so it's been made and sold because it was made prior to World War One, and they got it in World War II, right?" Mm-hmm. So they're like, "Oh," he's like, it was like clean and all this shit. And he's like, "You want to shoot it?" And the gun was made in 1916, right? And they're like, "Yeah, let's shoot it." So they were shooting this fucking 100-year-old gun. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how's this not blowing up in their faces?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how they make them, but yeah, they can do. Yeah.
So the guy who went out to buy it is like, so how much you want for it? And he goes, well, the magic number for me is $5,000. And they're like, ooh. He's like, you know what? I was thinking maybe $1,500. And the guy goes, nope, I need $5,000. I'll just keep a hold of it. And he's like, I give you my magic number. And he's like, oh yeah, what's that? And he goes, 2,200. And he goes, no, I'm just gonna keep it. I need 5,000. Then they cut back.
I mean, it's an heirloom though. At the same time, I don't think I would ever.
I would have never sold it. Why'd you contemplate that? And he was gonna sell it for $5,000. So then they cut back to the lady with the fucking World War One thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm selling this just to get into medical school. My grandfather gave me this. That's what she told him after they asked her where she got it from. I'm like, this is a pattern here in Louisiana. All their grandfathers from Louisiana brought them back shit. They're like, well, let's get rid of it now.
Let's
cash in. So they're like, well, what do you want for it? She goes, 500. They're like, we can give you 100. And she's like, no. She's like, how about 400? And they're like, give you 125. She's like, no. What about 300? The guy's like, you know what? Most I can do is $200. She's like, 300. He's like, nah, 200. She's like, you know, I'm just going to walk away with this. I'm going to keep it. I was like, they're not buying shit. Everybody's fucking keeping their shit.
Well, I mean.
Except the one guy who sold it for fucking $3,500 or whatever the fuck it was. It was the dumbest show in the world, dude.
But you got sucked into the whole episode.
No, I didn't. It was because it was already halfway over. And it was probably only like 10, 15 minutes, not even 10 minutes worth of television. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this. It was so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, I've only seen some of the Las Vegas ones, and they're all the same show.
They just barter and shit.
Yeah.
I've never watched Pawn Stars before in my life.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like,
and there's a whole show about that. I mean, yeah,
it blows my mind, dude.
I don't know.
I don't get who's watching this shit. Like, who's watching Pawn Stars? Like, oh, honey, we gotta watch this guy haggle for fucking an hour.
He's really good at it.
He's really good at it. Watch, he'll get this down to 50 cents. He got 50 cents taken off. That's it.
Or you got the other guy. I mean, I guess you could see the other guys on the other side being like,
you know, I've never
these sons of bitches ain't offering them shit for this money. Yeah, walk.
Yeah, just get on the TV, just pounding beers. Like, tell that some bitch we go sell it for less than $1,000. You tell that some bitch.
That's right.
Yeah.
You take it with you.
Take it with you. He ain't getting shit. See what they did on Pawn Stars, honey. They sell something. No, they took it away. My God. It must have been really valuable. It wasn't to them. Not to the Pawn Stars. Yeah, that show's retarded as fuck, dude.
That's short. I can only take like a minute, 5 max. Like, hey guys! They're like,
that's a short.
Shit talking on our ass. How drunk are these guys? They're like, fuck this. That's a short. Check us out every week on YouTube,
Instagram,
Facebook,
and Spotify.
Oh shit!
That's short.
You guys have a good time. See you later.
What the fuck was that?